Boblo Island Amusement Park first opened in 1898 and closed in September of '93. In 1994, most of the rides have been sold off to other amusement parks, leaving behind many of the buildings and shadows where the great fun rides had sat. The only other part of this once grand theme park that remains is the memories and laughter shared by millions over its 93-year history. My name is Jeff. Me and my cousins Kim and Alex were staying with our grandparents for a couple of weeks at their summer home on Boblo Island. The island was once the home of a really big amusement park, which closed years before I was even born. My grandfather had worked in the theater at the amusement park for many years during his youth. Grandpa would often tell us stories about his experiences and adventures that he had at Boblo. His stories generally included tales of the crazy and strange people that worked at the theme park. His favorite story was about Smiley the magician, who once trained under Harry Houdini. It was said that during a show at the old theater, Smiley died attempting one of his escape tricks. According to Grandpa, he still haunts the theater today. One afternoon, the three of us were quite bored and decided to take a hike down to the old park to explore. It didn't take us long to reach the park, as it was less than a half a mile away from our grandparents' house. When we reached the fence, we were easily able to slip under and start our adventure. Two big buildings stood on the grounds, one an old dance hall and the other the theater that my grandpa had worked at. Alex was quick to dare us to explore and see if Smiley was home. As we made our way into the building, it felt like the temperature dropped 20 degrees. In the main theater, the bleachers sat empty, their blue paint peeling off. In front was a huge stage with the curtain down. The curtain had a huge hole ripped in the center, and we could all only see the darkness beyond. "On with the show," I remembered shouting. Then Kim started chanting, "Smiley, Smiley, Smiley," while Alex booed. Suddenly the curtains moved a little. We all went instantly silent. Right in the center of the rip in the curtain, a face appeared, followed by a strange body. It was a tall, heavy-set man wearing a dark suit and a flat-brimmed hat. We couldn't see his eyes, and he did not say anything. Suddenly, he vanished. We all took off running. It took us no time at all to get back home. We just sat on the front porch looking at one another and not really saying anything. I was afraid that if we talked about it, it would make the experience real. Later that day, we decided to tell Grandpa what we saw. At first, he scolded us for breaking into the park. Then he grabbed a large old photo album that he kept on the top shelf of the hutch in the living room. After a few minutes of flipping through the pages, he found an old playbill for the theater. The words at the top read, "The Amazing Smiley the Magician." The picture on the cover was of a heavy-set man wearing a dark suit with a flat-brimmed hat. We knew instantly that that was the man we had seen on the stage.